welcome back to my channel. This is Anastasia here with this week's TMYP Recap. Before I get started, I would love it if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I post new videos and new recaps every single week about Teen Mom 2, Teen Mom OG, Teen Mom Young and Pregnant. I make the episodes a lot shorter, sweeter, and funnier, and my recaps are totally free. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Kayla is impressed by Luke's proposal, or at least by the ring. She says, "Ooh, that's a big diamond you got there." She was expecting one that was about the size of the ones on her dress. Only the best for you. She says yes, she'll marry him, but I'm not trying to get married today. Let's give it a lot of time. In her confessional, she admits that she was not really ready for this. She says, "I couldn't say no. It would be harsh. So I said yes, but we need to do a lot of work to make it to the altar." Wow, so she didn't really want to marry him. She just kind of felt pressured because she didn't want to look like a bitch on TV who rejected him in front of everybody. That's what it sounds like to me, at least. Kayla's mom is actually way happier than her. She's like, "Wow, yay!" And while her mom is over there cheering, Luke is in the background saying about 50 times, "Clean up, Isaiah, you better clean up this mess." Like, I can barely hear the conversation, that's how much he's saying it. Isaiah should have been like, "Daddy, why don't you clean up your mess of a relationship? Mommy was just filming a confessional about how she wants to delay your wedding as much as possible." Next is Rachel. We know that it's a Rachel scene because it starts off with an abandoned car covered in weeds. The other girls get started off with like drone shots of their city and whatnot. Rachel gets trash shots. She says, "I wish Noah was more romantic. I'm trying to get flirted with a little bit. It's February, and I said he should ask me to be his Valentine. And he said, 'You're my Valentine by default. I don't have to ask you.'" That's even less romantic than Kayla delaying the wedding. "I shouldn't be hard on Noah. He's better than all my exes, but I want more. Even alcoholic-ass Mallory has a great boyfriend." Mallory says, "I knew my new boyfriend in high school, but I didn't pay any attention to him. Now I see that he's actually hot." He's a super shy dude, though. He probably wouldn't talk to you. That's not weird at all. Rachel's like, "Yeah, Noah's antisocial too. He doesn't even tell me that I'm beautiful, and he can't communicate with me." Yeah, because sadly he was already cheating on you at this point. Someone's getting told they're beautiful, it's just not you. Sadly. Kaya finally goes to the courthouse and establishes custody after talking about it for like 8 episodes, only took like 5 minutes. She says, "I'm not taking him away from Xavier. I'm just making sure this is set in place for anything that may happen." She learns that they're gonna serve Xavier papers in jail. She says, "I better warn him too, or he'll be caught off guard. And I'm sure he'll appreciate that." He's probably gonna use a frayed wire to burn off that Kaya tattoo that he got on his arm. Brianna is the receptionist at a vision clinic, where she made yet another random bestie who comes over to see her. She really wants to start a career, not just a job. Brianna's really attractive friend is over here talking about eye parasites or some shit, and then Brianna says, "I really like seeing all the new glasses, seeing the optical side of things." Her hot friend suggests that maybe Brianna should become a certified vision technician. I would love that. I want to go back to school. The timing wasn't right before when I was going to do dental school, but now it's better since Brayson is in daycare. Madison feels left behind by her dad, who still hasn't texted her. "I felt like this growing up too. My dad worked on a boat and he was gone for months. I'm not texting him until he texts me first. I felt like he was pissed that I got pregnant and that it was a good thing that I miscarried. The whole reason I even moved to Ohio is I felt like he was going to forget about me if I didn't move here. I feel so lost. I've given my dad excuses for a lot of the things he's done to me." I wonder if there's more to the story than what we're hearing, because from what we've seen on the show, it actually seems like he's a really great dad. Next is Rachel. "Me and Noah live with his mom. I was thinking maybe we'd be closer to each other if we got our own place." So she tells Noah, "All we ever do is lay on the couch watching movies. We never get time without Hazley, except maybe 3 days out of the month max. We do the same thing every day. I'm depressed about it and it gets boring. We need our own place." Noah's response to all this is a dull gaze, and he says, "Yeah, I feel that." Rachel says, "I don't want to be that person who's like, you want to go out to eat for Valentine's Day, but do you?" Noah's quiet for a really awkwardly long time, and then he says, "We should do something that includes Hazley." Damn, your own man doesn't even want to be alone with you on Valentine's Day. Girl, run. "We're basically best friend roommates. I want someone to be obsessed with me, and Noah just isn't." Yeah, obsessed is really pushing it. He seems to barely tolerate you. Kayla makes an appointment to speak with her therapist. I don't know what Craigslist ad that Kayla found this lady on, but she's super unprofessional. Kayla's describing her relationship to the lady, and she's like making all these faces at Kayla. It's just weird. And then when Kayla tells the lady she's engaged, the therapist says, "Oh Lord." Like, is this your bestie or is this a therapist? Just weird energy. In the session, Kayla feels like her and Luke are clinging to each other even as they're clearly going downhill. And she thinks that Luke only proposed to save their dying relationship. Do you feel like you were ready to be engaged? No. That was quick. Ouch. I hope Luke doesn't watch this show back. Props to her for her honesty, though. Brianna finds out that her job will pay for her to go to optical school. She decides to talk to Vanessa, who is currently back in school herself. Vanessa's like, so yeah, I got the highest grade on every single quiz I've done so far. How's your life going? I noticed that Brianna is wearing some snazzy new glasses this scene. Like, you need those for that back to school look, right? Also, I'm sure her job gives her a discount. I'm kind of questioning if those are even prescription lens. They might just be fake glasses that she's wearing to look smart. Xavion hasn't called in a really long time. Maybe I should call Carla and ask what's going on, and tell her about the custody thing. So Kaya calls Carla. Oh yeah, Zay can't call you right now. He's under restriction. He got out the hole last week though, not that I thought to tell you that or anything. He'll be getting out of prison soon though. I've been showing Amor the new pictures of him. Did you see that new face tat that he got in there? I hope when he gets out there's no one to judge what's on his face. And Kaya's like, I hope he can get a job with all those new face tattoos he got. And Carla gets very defensive. She says, Zay knows how to get money. He's a street boy. But that doesn't mean he'll get in trouble. What? Is Carla basically saying that he's gonna go back to selling drugs? But he's smart enough to not get caught? I mean, like, he will if his mom is announcing it on TV. Kaya understandably gets mad, although she does not scream like she did last season. She just says, well, the streets got Zay where he is today. And Carla goes on another bipolar rant session. She's like, you want what you want for Xavion. He's gonna take care of his son. You always second guess him. He's changed. He's changed. He's not even out yet, psycho. Kaya says, you're not listening to me, and eventually Carla just hangs up. I think Kaya has finally realized how futile it is to fight with idiots. In her confessional, Kaya says, I respect Carla, but it's not reciprocated. Anybody else's baby mama would have given up a long time ago. Then Kaya tells Tieza about how ridiculous Carla was being. I was already scared about Zay being around her, but I thought at least he'll be safe because Carla will be there. But apparently she's just as ratchet as he is. Rachel once again brings up moving out to Noah. Even Noah's mom is suggesting that they apply for an apartment. So the feeling might be mutual. So Rachel's joking around, Noah looks disgusted with her, and then he says, well, this time period that we're in, the 20th to the 23rd, that's when I pay all my bills, so it's not a good time right now. Rachel says, you act like I'm broke. I can help pay. I got money. And then like 2 sentences later, she says, I can't pay a month of rent. You need to get in on this. We need to budget first, Rachel. Fine, maybe I'll just get my own place. Well, good for her. More space to do all her weird TikToks that she posts like 20 times a day. Madison's dad texts her and apologizes, but he's still very upset. Madison mentions, he also said similar things to me while I was pregnant with Camille. And he comes over. Madison pulls out all these postcards that her dad sent her while he was on the road when she was younger, which I thought was very cute. Madison says, I never wanted to make you feel worse, but I need to tell you how I feel. I was never heard or seen or understood as a kid. No one cared. You were physically gone. I'm scared you won't support me, and you're all I have. You know, she's saying how her dad, didn't care about her as a kid, and meanwhile she's holding all these postcards that he sent her as a kid because he was working and he couldn't be there. Sounded like he cared to me, but I wasn't there. He says, I wasn't gonna act like I was happy about the pregnancy when I wasn't. That was your grandchild! That's not who I am to lie about being happy about it. You know how I am. You've got to let it go, and you can't keep holding those feelings in, he says. The conversation ends there, but Madison's not very satisfied. Kaya tells Tieza about the conversation with Carla, where she basically said he was going back to selling drugs. She said he doesn't need a job because he knows how to make money, but the streets got him in jail. She's on the same shit that he's on. I thought at least I'd feel safe with Carla there, but no. Now I don't want Xavion to spend one-on-one time there because who knows what's going on at that house. Next is Kayla. She flat out says, I am not happy about the engagement, but we're doing a photo shoot for social media. The most 2022 thing I've ever heard. Then she does an engagement photo shoot with Luke, all smiles, in the dead of the night for some reason. Why? Never have I seen a photo shoot like this take place in complete darkness at night. Talk about a metaphor for their dead relationship. And I can't find pictures of this photo shoot on her Instagram either, for what that's worth, so... The next day, they go out to lunch. So, how do you think your mom's gonna react to our engagement? I don't know. I don't mean to be petty, but I don't think I want them at our wedding. They're still my people, Kayla, and I'm still gonna invite them to our wedding. Bold of you to assume that that wedding is even gonna happen. And that's all for this episode of Teen Mom Young and Pregnant. Do you think that Luke and Kayla will actually make it down the aisle? And do you feel like Madison's dad is being unfair? Make sure to leave a comment down below, and make sure to subscribe for more Teen Mom recaps every week.